What's up guys, Tech Guys 36. In today's video I'm going to be talking about a few things that were announced today at CES. This is the first day of CES, and a few things were announced by Asus, Lenovo, and people like that. So let's get into this video right now. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Asus ZenFone 2 that was just announced today. It is the first phone that features a 4 GB of RAM, which is completely awesome. This is going to be the first phone that can actually support 64-bit with 4 GB of RAM. If you didn't know, you need 4 GB of RAM to be able to support 64-bit processors. There is phones that are out with 64-bit processors now that only have 3 GB of RAM, or like the iPhone only has like 1.5 GB or 2 GB of RAM and has 64-bit. But to actually really support it, you need 4 GB of RAM. So this is the first phone that actually can really support it. And soon, which is really great news, is soon that apps are going to be able to support 64-bit processing on applications for Android, which is definitely big news. Definitely really great. So the Asus ZenFone 2 has a 1080p IPS display, has a 13 megapixel camera that has Pixel Master technology. It also has low light, is really great for taking low light pictures, and there's 400% brighter than previous generation Asus ZenFones. The phone is powered by a 64-bit Intel Atom Z3580 processor that Asus says is up to 3.1 times faster than some quad-core competitor GPUs. It is about 8.1 times faster. Also features, like I said before, 4 GB of RAM, which makes it the first smartphone available to consumers to support 4 GB of RAM, which is a great spec to have on your phone. Asus also promises a zero-lag input touch experience that, paired with processors and the RAM, the Zen UI should run smoother than ever before. It is designed to best your companion. Asus chairman Johnny Shish said it knows what you want and when you want it. He just laid it on the table just like that. The ZenFone 2 also features a kids mode that gives parents control over the applications, incoming calls, and times that kids can use the device. The wrap-up of the full specs of the phone is features a 64-bit super quad-core Intel Atom processor, 2 GB of RAM, or 4 GB of RAM, a 5.5-inch 1080p display, a 13 megapixel camera on the rear, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, Android 5.0 live op, and 4G LTE Cat.6 support. The the ZenFone 2 will be available in March, starting at $199, which is $200 basically. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the Asus ZenFone Zoom, which is the first phone, or one of the first phones anyway, to offer up to 3 times optical zoom. This smartphone has a 10-element lens with support up to 3 times optical zoom, optical image stabilization, professional controls for white balance, exposure value, ISO, optical image stabilization, shutter speed, and focal points. ISO is not optical image stabilization, by the way. I was just saying that it does have that. The ZenFone is equipped with a 13 megapixel camera with a laser autofocus, so that the real treat is its 3 times optical zoom. It also features a 5.5-inch 1080p display, Android 5.0 Lollipop, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and lots more. The ZenFone Zoom will launch for $400 in Q2. So hopefully both of these phones will be coming to the US, because they're definitely great phones. They're definitely going to be great competitors to phones that are coming out soon from Samsung, HTC, and other companies. The next thing we're talking about is that NVIDIA has launched the NVIDIA Tegra X1 processor. It has 256 processing cores and 8-core CPU, and they said that this is their super chip, so it's definitely going to be a banger of a processor. It's going to be able to do lots of cool stuff, and it has the X1 can handle 4K video at 60 Hz, and is the first mobile chip to exceed 1 teraflop of throughput. The first supercomputer to exceed a teraflop did so in the year 2000, so which is really cool, because now smartphones can do that. and it's only 2015, 15 years later, and now little smartphones can do that, which is really cool. And it needed more than 1 million watts to pull it off. So it needed 1 million watts just to pull up a TheraPop in the year 2000. Now we can do it with a 2000 milliamp battery phone and a very tiny chip. That's pretty much all I have to talk about in today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I definitely have a lot more CES coverage coming out very soon, so make sure you check it out. I also have other videos I made about CES in my channel, so go click down there and check out my channel videos. I also did a giveaway that has not been finished yet, so you guys can definitely enter my giveaway to win a Xbox One version of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So make sure you guys go do that if you haven't already. And make sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment down below if you want me to cover anything in CES that I haven't covered already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.